backup video as the YouTube video, just in case anything happens to the Zoom recording. It's always there, and it's always there on YouTube. Now we're live here. Just pipe that down, move back over, and what we're going to do now is up for the most amazing song to start the show with. I'm sure these will all agree. It's a 20-second advert at the start of it, though, Dave. So let's start the show in 2 seconds. There you go. There's more people still coming. Right, come on, you. Right, you. We'll start the main recording in a couple of seconds. Brass Monkey, welcome to the show. Although your microphone's not connected, and we've got someone by the name of iPhone. I'm not going to start the main recording until I see. Hey, there's Russ Stallings here. Absolute legend. Let's hear this guy. ST Stallings. Russ, test your microphone. Russ, can you hear us?
Yes.
What's your location again, dude?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, of course it is. Right, so now we're going to go. I'll go back to the show.
The guy from the first song on the list.
I'll start the main recording, which is Dave Nudo. So this is just the pre-show bit here. 1, 2. Hi, and welcome to the 1010 podcast, the Diverse version, episode 48. Coming up first from Idaho, we've got Dave Nudo Band. Could you introduce yourself, dude, and who is the Dave Nudo Band? And tell us the story behind your song, Lonesome.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for having me. I'm Dave Nudo. I have a band down here that we play kind of regionally around anywhere from like 200 to 400 miles around Boise, Idaho, over into Oregon and Washington and Montana and Wyoming and all that. So anyway, yeah, we are a country rock band. I write most of the songs that we play live, and we do some covers just so that we can, I don't know, kind of make people dance. Whatever. Anyway, we have a good time. We play quite often, pretty much every week. We've got anywhere from 2 to 4 shows within 400-mile radius. Anyway, this song Lonesome, it's kind of, I got together with a couple of friends of mine, and we started writing a few songs, and this is one of the ones that kind of rose to the top. And it's I don't know, it's pretty much a true story. You know, I'm, like I've said before, I can make music pretty well, but as far as relationships go, I'm not necessarily the best at that. So sometimes I find myself in a little bit of heat, and that's kind of where this song Lonesome came from.
Hey, brother, it's absolutely fantastic. Wait till you hear this. It's absolutely world class. Dave Nudo Band with Lonesome. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen, and love.
If I could write you a song to right my wrong, I'd write a happy ending. Truth be told, I'm growing cold. I keep ending up pretending. In a roundabout way, I start my day loving you. When the day is through, the only truth is there's no love in you. There's no love in you. I've been falling way behind while you were waiting for a light to shine. With these shadows on my heart, my love is hiding in the dark from you. I know you're lonesome. fell apart, and that was never my intention. You've been used and a little abused, I wish you to mention. I've been falling way behind while you were waiting for a light to shine. With these shadows on my heart, my love is hiding in the dark from you. Soon I'll be lonesome too. With these shadows on my heart, my love is hiding in the dark from you. Soon I'll be lonesome too. I've been falling way behind while you were waiting for a light to shine. With these shadows on my heart, my love is hiding in the dark from you. Soon I'll be lonesome too. With these shadows on my heart, my love is hiding in the dark from you. Soon I'll be lonesome too. Baby, I'll be lonesome without you when you're gone.
Wasn't that just absolutely fantastic, eh? Honestly, wonderful, wonderful track. So, Dave, you're muted there, bro. So, let us all know the best way to get you. Unmute yourself and tell us your website or any of these things that you may have where we can find you. You're still muted there, right enough. And our next guest, I know we said Flora, but can we put on Russ and then Flora, because Russ is also in the country genre. I want the two guys to be both
There we
able
go.
to see each other. Hey, Dave, great track, man. How do we all find you? Plug in about anything you want, your website or any of these things.
Very well. Yeah, thank you very much for having me on again. Anyway, Dave Nudo, DaveNudoBand.com. That's my website there. And you can find me on Instagram. That's Dave Nudo 3, the number 3, all one word, Dave Nudo 3. And then, you know, Dave Nudo Band on Facebook. That's the other place we do most of our stuff. So, yep, that's it. DaveNudoBand.com.
Thank you, brother. I wonder if Russ would like to say anything. Russ is a world-class. Wait to hear his country music. Russ, what was your thoughts before we get to your section? I'll let one person do it just as we go to the next person.
Yeah, man, I dig it. That's right up my alley. That's my kind of party. I love it. Outlaw country, man. That's what it sounds like to me.
Right on.
The vibe, the music, musically. I mean, it sounded like something that Cody Jinks would record. You know, vocally, right on, man. Good vocals, great vocals. You got a unique sound. I love it.
Thank you.
Everything sounded great. The track was great. I like the song. A lot of stuff I turn on country radio. I would turn the channel. I would listen to that, and I would listen to it again. So
Thank you.
So I dig it, man. I don't know what else to say.
Right on.
Well said, Russ. Dave Noodle and his Dave Noodle Band, everybody. Check him out, follow him, support each other. I'll be in touch tomorrow, Dave, about being back on the show. Till the next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. So from one great artist to another, from Nashville, Tennessee, Mr. Russ Stallings. Could you introduce yourself, Russ, and the story behind your song, Hardwood Floors?
Yeah, my name is Russ Stallings. I'm a singer-songwriter in Nashville, Tennessee. And this song, Hardwood Floors, you know, I wrote this song. I was thinking about, you know, it took me back, some of the stuff I've been through in my life, but it took me back to, when I was a kid, I was growing up, we would all get together. Our family would get together at my grandparents' house. And, they didn't live in a big fancy house, it was a small house, and we would all be crammed together in there. But, you look around and, there's hardwood floors and lots of scratches and scars on the floors. But, a lot of happy memories came from those scars. A lot of good things came out of those things. And I think there's a lot of truth to that in our lives as well. We've all got scars. We've all been through tough times, but that makes us who we are. So, that's kind of what this song is about. And so.
Hey, if you're not yet acquainted with Russ Stanley's music, you're going to absolutely fall in love with him. He's fantastic. Here's his track, Hardwood Floors. Enjoy. One love.
My heart is a lot like wood grain. It's got scars and seen its share of pain, but it's stronger than the oak trees that grow down memory lane. My life is written in the scratches, see the years on every board. Lines that tell a story on these beat up hardwood floors. Biscuits cooking in the oven, smell the love that filled the air. Looking back now, it's so hard to believe that my whole family would fit in there. My life is written in the scratches, see the years on every board. Lines that tell a story on these beat up hardwood floors. There's a card game there at the table. They're telling stories in the den. Lots of music, jokes and laughter, memories of way back when. My life is written in the scratches, see the years on every board. Lines that tell a story on these beat up hardwood floors. My life is written in the scratches, see the years on every board. Lines that tell a story on these beat up hardwood floors. My heart is a lot like wood grain. I've got scars and I've seen pain.
Just absolutely magnificent, Russ. Just wunderbar, as they would say in Germany. Wonderful, man. Wonderful. Russ, Dave's unmuted yourself. Dave, you're in the same genre here. What was your thoughts there? Just a quick one.
Oh man, that was fantastic, Russ. Great. I just absolutely love that. The storyline behind that there, and just the idea of all the scratches, and I like what you had to say about it in the beginning there too. You know how some of those scratches made all the good memories come back too. So anyway, man, the tracks are fantastic. It sounds like you must have had either a really great band with you, or you got some Nashville cats to play those tracks. But and the production, just absolutely phenomenal.
Well said, man.
Yeah,
Well
man.
said.
Thank you heard of Brent Mason?
I don't know Brent.
Yeah, you look him up. He's that's the guy playing guitar there. He's
Oh yeah,
he's gonna
what a killer tone too.
he's getting in the Country Music Hall of Fame. So he's
Oh,
that
right.
That's what you're hearing, man. I mean, I was fortunate enough to get him to play on that, and I mean, he's fabulous and fantastic. And I've been fortunate enough to get people that are better than me around me, and that helps. And
Same here. Me too.
you know,
Well said. Great comment,
Yeah,
Dave.
right on.
So, Russ, what's the best way for everyone to find you while I load up our next guest, who's young Flora? We've got a couple of guests who's in a hurry today. We've got Flora, Randy Vision, Phil, and Jane can't stay for the full time, so we're going to put them on the next 4 artists. But Russ, how
Okay.
do we find you, dude? What's the best way to find you?
best way to find me, Russ Stallings on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music. I'm on all the music platforms. You can listen to my music. YouTube, I'm everywhere. Russ Stallings. You can find me just about anywhere.
Hey, I'm honoured to call you my co-host on the 1010 Country Show that we had to postpone because you had a wee bit of throat COVID, didn't you? But
Yeah,
it's
man.
it's going to be on the 24th of every month. So anybody who's in the country genre, if you join our family, we're doing these shows in every genre. So it's a whole can of worms we've opened up, and it's just a baby. But yeah, there's so much going on. Russ, thanks very much. Till the next time, Russ Stallings.
Yeah, man.
Actually, I was going to let the next guest say something. So Flora, would you like to say anything about what you've just heard there before your section, dear?
I really like the harmonies. I thought those are very nicely mixed. I think the production overall is very nice. Yeah, so great work on that.
Well
I'm a
said.
little bit awkward. I don't know, but
No, that's a perfect compliment. Thanks, then. So Russ Stallings again. Till the next time, brother. Right? Thank you. So coming up next from the Netherlands, she goes by the name of Flora. Could you introduce yourself? Who is Flora, and what's the story behind your song "Don't Test Me"?
so I'm Flora. I live in the Netherlands, but I make English alternative pop, and I'm a little bit of a self-proclaimed rebel. So I like to write songs about things that are a little bit provocative and make people think and maybe challenge them a bit, or help them process their emotions. So I think it's mainly because I have a lot of things I need to process still. So Don't Test Me is basically, it's about harassment on the street and just owning who you are, not letting anybody tell you what you need to do or what you can or cannot wear. And I think we were this close to not releasing the song because everybody was kind of dumping on the song. I was like, oh, this is not good enough. Like my teachers, I study music, they were like, this is not good enough. So I thought, am I gonna do it? And then I released it and it got 200K streams. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think about it.
200,000 streams. Well, that's a result straight away. It's been a success already. So Flora with her track, Don't Test Me. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back and enjoy.
Don't act like that. You don't know my name. I see through your lies. I'm not playing I'm not amused. Have you had your fun? Cause I have had enough. I'm calling out your bluff. Like, can you just shut up? Don't test me. Don't test me. Look at me, at the way I walk. I don't think you could take this, honey. Call me up, baby, talk that talk. I'm not here to be with somebody. Look at me, at the way I strut. Eyes on me, can you take it from me? Call me up, baby, talk that talk. I'm not here to be tested, honey. Careful, observe and watch. Boy, you gon' listen up. I'ma do what I want and I won't ever let a man tell me what I am, what I'm not. Keep it to yourself, cause I can wear what I want. You'll never get a chance, cause look at me, what I got. You guys just don't impress me lately. Look at me, at the way I walk. I don't think you could take this, honey. Call me up, baby, talk that talk. I'm not here to be with somebody. Look at me, at the way I strut. Eyes on me, can you take it from me? Call me up, baby, talk that talk. I'm not here to be tested, honey. Call me up, call me up. Look at me. Come on, come on, come on, yeah. Call me up, call me up.
Short and sweet, 2 minutes 20. Flora, love the track, honestly, it's fantastic. And I hope you can stay around for as long as possible. But
Yeah.
before you tell us the best way to get a hold of you, our next guest, Phil Lima, a total professional. Any advice for young Flora? She's only a teenager, I believe. So, Phil Lima, what was your thoughts there on Flora?
Hey Flora, congrats on your track. I'm not sure if you're gonna get this as a compliment, but I guess so. I'm from '84, so when I was a teenager, songs like this reminded me a lot of Britney Spears tunes. So I
love
think it would be. That's great. So I believe it's a compliment. So I hope you can be as huge as Britney and make a lot of success because you got a great talent. Congrats.
I'm 21, by the way.
Oh, you're 21.
Wow,
I said
so
you're a
young.
teenager. Hey,
Um,
honestly, 21's still a young pup. That's just, you're still a little baby. Yeah, absolutely. And you've got the full world ahead of you. So, Flora, what's the best way for us to find you before we get to Phil? And our next two guests are going to be Phil, then Jane. Phil, Jane, Randy Vision, then Eddie, the poor people who's got a little bit short of time. So, yeah, what's the best way for us to find you? Thank you.
I'm really active on Instagram, and that's floras.music. I also released a song today called Paris, so check that on Spotify. It's on all streaming platforms, but definitely check it on Spotify. And I have a website, www.florasmusic.com.
www.florasmusic.com. Till the next
Also,
time.
thank you
Flora.
so much for having me today.
It's been a pleasure. Hang around for as long as you can, and then the show, the full show, will be on an article I'll hand deliver you tomorrow. And everyone's YouTube songs are all embedded there, so reach out and support each other in the YouTube world. So, Flora, until the next time, thank you. So, coming up next from Brazil, one of my brothers in this music family, Phil Lima. Introduce yourself, Phil, and the story behind your song today, Reaching Horizons.
Hey Mark, thanks a lot for your invitation. It's a pleasure being here once again. And I gotta tell you, man, I got shivers, got me the chills when you suggested me to play this song today. I'm not sure if you know the work of André Matos. André Matos was one of the most important Brazilian singers in the whole world. He made his fame mostly singing in the band Angra, it's a power metal band, and Shaman, where he had his greatest success. And the day after tomorrow, it's gonna be 4 years, André Matos passed away. He passed away on June 8th of 2019. And this song was a tribute I made for him. Was the first song he recorded with Angra. It was the song that put Angra in the metal chart, you know, that made Angra famous to the world. So this is my tribute to Andre Matos, one of the greatest singers of all times. And this was the first professional mix I've made. It's not that professional comparing to the ones I've made so far. So I hope you enjoy it. It was a tribute with all my heart to Andre Matos.
Hey, everything you do is wonderful, bro. You're a world class musician as well. So check this out, Reaching Horizons. It was his first ever you know, track he really put out there. Just check it out. Enjoy.
Rainy clouds covered up the sunny skies. Now I know I'll sleep alone tonight. Tears and prayers will be taken by the rain. Fearing loneliness in my dreams. And I know I'll never be the same, living this tragedy insane. All I wanna be is to be free with you, with me. I can blame the fate, but it's too now to face the truth. It was all just like paradise, just like we wanted to be. Yeah, far beyond the reason. Rest our lives, eternity denies the guilt of reality, senselessness. Fly high, reaching skies, too eager flying to be free. Yeah, moments of madness will be left behind. The same horizon, but in different lands. Fly high, reaching skies, too eager flying to be free. Yeah, moments of madness will be left behind. Same horizon, but in different lands.
Well, Lima, everybody, he's got lots of projects in the go. He's Dynamo, he's in lots of different bands. Phil, you're absolutely wonderful. You know how much I love you, dude. Our next guest is Jane. Sorry, excuse me, I've got the playlist playing in the background here. Excuse me, it was a little error. Jane, what was your thoughts there before we asked Phil to tell us the best way to find them? Jane, what was your thoughts on that track, dear?
Oh, very moving, very emotional. Yeah, you said you wrote it 2 weeks after he passed away. How on earth did you do that without wobbling? Amazing, really amazing, very passionate. Yeah, your emotion comes across very well, and yeah, very heartfelt. You can feel it all. Really great.
Yeah, when I was preparing this song, the tears were falling from
I
my
bet.
eyes like crazy. And yeah,
I couldn't
Yeah.
do that. I could not do that.
I think I cried all the tears I had before I recorded this. So that's why.
Well, you can feel your passion as well, and especially when you did that the bit near the end when I wrote, "Oh my God, how to do that without crying?" But yeah, you can really feel it. It's great.
Well
Oh,
said, Jane.
thank you.
And before we get to Jane's section, Phil, what's the best way for anyone to find you? Website or any of these things? The next two guests are Jane and then Randy Vision, just so that you know the orders. Phil, how does anyone get a hold of you?
So my Instagram is Phil Lima Official and you can find me on Spotify with my bands Dynamo with 2N and Magi. I think I'll write on the chat because maybe you're not gonna spell it right. So these are my two authorial projects. So I hope you enjoyed, guys. Thank you for your words. It means the world to me. Thank you, Sparky.
Until the next time, brother. Until the next time, Phil Lima, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
See you, man.
So coming up next from England and the UK, Jane Marie. Could you introduce yourself, Jane? And what's the story behind your song, Just Because?
Hello, I'm Jane. I used to write for film and television many years ago, and since lockdown, I have discovered I can, well, at least I think I can, write songs and lyrics. So I've written 12 songs in the last 2 years, and I'm releasing them all this year. This is the 5th one I've released, and it's called Just Because, and it's about the art of masking and how we can look fine and smiley and happy, and yet underneath there's a lot of pain going on. So yeah, it's all about the pain going on behind the smiles.
Well, without further ado, let's get it into our ears. Just Because. It's a lyrical video from Jane Marie. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen.
Just because you've gone away doesn't mean I cannot see you. Just because we never talk doesn't mean I cannot hear you. Just because we never touch doesn't mean that I can't feel you. Just because we cannot kiss doesn't mean I cannot taste you. The world goes on, the wheel still turns. I'm bruised and burned, there is nothing to lose. I'll stay right here with all my fear. It's all so clear, there is nothing to lose. The world goes on, the wheel still turns. I'm bruised and burned, there is nothing to lose. I'll stay right here with all my fear. It's all so clear, there is nothing to lose. Just because I smile with you doesn't mean the tears aren't falling. Just because it seems so quiet doesn't mean that I'm not calling. Just because I'm climbing hills doesn't mean that I'm not stalling. Just because the sun shines out doesn't mean the rain's not pouring. The world goes on, the wheel still turns. I'm bruised and burned, there is nothing to lose. I'll stay right here with all my fear. It's all so clear, there is nothing to lose. Help me, do you feel this never-ending pain? Up and down, thoughts keep going round and round. We kiss in my thoughts, do you feel it? Hey, hey. seas. Let go, don't let go. I don't wanna let go. I don't wanna let go. Let go, don't wanna let go. Just because I smile at you doesn't mean the tears aren't falling. Just because it seems so bright doesn't mean that I'm not calling. Just because I'm climbing hills doesn't mean that I'm not stalling. Just because the sun shines out doesn't mean the rain's not pouring. The world goes on, the wheels still turn. I'm bruised and burned, there is nothing to lose. I'll stay right here with all my fear. It's all so clear, there is nothing to lose.
Jane Marie, everyone.
Great song.
Thank
Absolutely
you.
wonderful. So I'm going to stick with this format. Randy Vision in California, you're next. So what do you think of Jane Marie's wonderful track there? Well, I load up.
Yeah, that was fire, man. Great conviction, great vocals. I mean, the arrangements were there, and the way you build up towards it too. I loved it. Definitely can hear that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Of course.
Well said, dude. Well said. So Jane Marie, what's the easiest way for everyone to get hold of you?
I'm on Instagram as Jane Marie's Music, Emotion Music on Facebook, and YouTube is Jane Marie's Music as well.
Well, you're absolutely fantastic. And until the next time, Jane Marie, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. One love. So from England to California, coming up next, we've got Randy Vision, return to the show. Randy Vision, could you explain who you are as an artist and what's the story behind your song, Truth Gonna Come Out?
What's going on, guys? From Los Angeles, California. Just been making music for a long time. I was previously on this show last summer. The song Truth Gonna Come Out is about just, like everybody's going through pain, like all the songs we all been talking about. My brother, schizophrenic, so, he was going through some tough times, and just, our family tend to hide things, about mental illness and mental awareness. So I was able to, bring light to it, shed light to it. I think that's the most important thing, is being able to shed light to just whatever trauma is going on, because you never know who in the world is going through it.
Well, what a beautiful reason to, write a song, and I hope your brother's okay. Randy Vision with Truth Gonna Come Out. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. One love.
Louis.
We on that for you every
Yeah. Truth gon' always come out. So ain't worried about shit. Keep running your mouth. Line gon' slip. Said truth gon' always come out. Ain't worried about shit. Ain't worried about shit. Bank for the hold on my check. Try to hold up for a week. Cause a nigga had a lean. From 2014, I said me and my brother had a spot. A grip, the rent wasn't cheap. Everything was off pitch. Till my brother called a case. Every day was like living with a snake. Every day shit changed. Didn't even wanna live in place. At a knife every night that I sleep. So don't try to tell me. Don't try to tell me what he needs. I've been in trenches with dude. I know he got a little screw. Said truth gon' always come out. Don't worry about shit. Said truth gon' always come out. So don't worry about shit. Said truth gon' always come out. Ain't worried about shit. Keep running your mouth. Lie gon' slip. Said truth gon' always come out. Ain't worried about shit. 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 Don't need no favors.
I'm content with the way that I handle every situation that a nigga been through. I'm okay with it being my fault. I came to terms with most of my flaws. I understand that I'm more. I got a drive that can't be touched. With a little push, I'ma be home. I said truth gon' always come out. So ain't worried about shit. Keep running your mouth. Them line gon' slip. Said truth gon' always come out. Okay. Ain't worried about shit. Alright. Ain't worried about shit. Yeah. Ain't worried about shit. Oh shit.
Randy Vision, absolutely brilliant, dude. Fantastic.
Appreciate you.
Um,
Appreciate you.
Randy, you've got some great tracks out there. The other one that you features, I think it's upward of 100,000, followers and stuff, like hits on it. So, he's got some belters out there, Randy. I love that track. And let's see what the next guest had to say, think about it. Eddie Chapman in South Africa. What was your thoughts on that track before we get to your section?
Yeah, man. Wow, great track. I love the lyrics. I love the production. Is brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I think it's the topic is amazing. That I think that's we as artists has to have to fill that void for other people. And I think you did it brilliantly. It's a great topic to write about, man. It's a great song.
Man, blessings to you, man. Blessings to you all. Thank you.
Well said, dude. Well said. So, Randy Vision, what's the best way for anyone to find you, dude, or connect with you?
You guys can follow me all on Instagram at Randy Vision. Super simple right there. And I'm on all social media platforms and on Spotify, Apple, all the platforms as well too. Got a new record dropping this Friday. It's called Desert Kings, featuring the artist that I'm with. And then I have another one dropping on the 22nd. Just dropped a couple records last month. We just keep banging them out. Starting to catch a lot of buzz out here. So I'm just super blessed, super humble.
Hey man, you're doing great, dude. And you know something? Imagine this with 10, 15 rappers in it. Well, that's the show that I want you to be involved in once a month on the 18th of each month. We mentioned it before, but it's a serious thing. So I'd like you to be a regular face on that, but we'll talk in private about it. So Randy Vision, till the next time.
Sounds good, man. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure. So from California to South Africa, return to the show for Eddie Chapman. Eddie, could you introduce yourself? Who is Eddie Chapman and what's the story behind your song, I'm Just Saying?
I'm just saying, yeah, thanks for having me, man. Well, we have some great tracks already. The story behind I'm Just Saying is, I've heard now a couple of people talking about the pain and reality of life. And so for me, it's with this song was the other way around. When I write songs, usually, when you pick up the guitar, it's usually you got something going on that's troubling you. So that kind of flows into your music. And so I realized that, if I have to write something positive, I have to do it, I have to kind of force it. So this was how I was feeling like writing a positive, upbeat song. And so this is the product of it. So.
Without further ado, another wonderful artist here, honestly, is fantastic, Eddie. I'm Just Saying by Eddie Chapman. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Right.
Drifted through your mind, an empty cardboard box is all you find. Oh, feel so down, you feel so out. Nothing no one says can lift you up. Oh, why so sad? So sad. We'll be alright, and I'm just saying. we'll be fine. I'm just saying, don't worry all the time. You feel tired and you feel worn, I'll be here, just tell me what you want. Oh, you will never be alone. Now take down all your troubles from your throne. Oh, don't feel sad, so sad. Oh, 'cause I'm just saying, we'll be alright. And I'm just saying, we'll be fine. I'm just saying, don't worry all the time. Don't worry, worry. Don't worry, worry. Don't worry, worry. Don't worry, worry. Don't feel sad, so sad. Oh, 'cause I'm just saying, we'll be alright. And I'm just saying, we'll be fine. I'm just saying, don't worry all the time. And I'm just saying, we'll be alright. And I'm just saying, and we'll be fine. I'm just saying, don't worry all the time. Don't worry, worry. Don't worry, worry. Don't worry, worry. Don't worry all the time.
There you go. Mr. Eddie Chapman, ladies and gentlemen, another fantastic artist here, Top Tap Music family. Bro, just amazing. Our next guest is young Frida, who's the Flammen10s artist. Could you give us your thoughts over in Sweden before he gives us his contact details?
Well, I just sat here and smiled all along, and I just got really happy by listening and looking at this video. And I loved how playful it was, and also catchy, and just gives me a lot of hope to listen to it. So it was really beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. And the songs that he chopped in.
Well said, Frida. So, Eddie, what's the best way for us? What a great video, by the way. What's the best way for us all to get a hold of you? For anyone that wants to contact you.
Yeah, thanks. I've got a website, eddiechapman.com, and then I'm on all the socials: Facebook, Instagram, and then also on Spotify. I'm also on YouTube, so I've got a lot of videos out there as well. And so I'm on Spotify. I just recently released a new EP, and so yeah, please go check that out and support it.
Hey, Eddie, you're fantastic. Such a lovely guy as well, you know. Eddie Chapman, everyone.
Thank you.
Till the next time, brother. So, from South Africa to Sweden. Frida, could you introduce just yourself? And you're Frida from Tickle Me, so you can explain what that is. And tell us who is Flammen10s as an artist? What type of music do you do? And what's the story behind your song, My Enemy?
Okay, so I've been playing in a lot of different bands for the last 25 years. So this is the first time I released something as a solo artist, which has been I don't know, a bit scary because I like being in a group and having people around me, but I still do like cooperations with others. And the song I released last week, My Enemy, I've done with a producer called Nils Nielsen. He's also working with the Ghost and In Flames, if you might have heard of those bands. Yeah, so one of the bands I played it with for like 15 years was a band called Tickle Me. And for the last few years now, one of our songs has gone viral. And this is a song from 2010, which was just crazy how people found that and started making their own videos and just sharing it and listen to it. So I'm just really happy and I don't know, a bit confused as well. But yeah, so with today's platforms and apps and everything, you know, anything can happen, even with old stuff you have released. But yeah, now I'm doing my solo thing, Flamentans, and just short about the name. I was born in Frankfurt am Main in Germany, so I'm half German as well. And Flamentans is the name of a climbing rose created in Germany in the 1950s. But it's really common to have in your Swedish garden today. And I grew up in Sweden, so that's the connection between my name and me as an artist. And my project now is really focused on more like personal themes. I've written a lot about like more political stuff with like Tickle Me before, but now it's a lot about my own journey and like struggling with my own mental health issues. And this song is about just trying to cope with everyday struggle, just like trying to get out of bed. I have ADD and bipolar disease, so it's about dealing with that and having to like fight with your own mind and just find your ways to try to like go on living and trying to do what you love. I mean, I have to do music. That's just such a great part of me, and I also want to like give people hope with this song, that you're not alone having these issues, and there are like many people around you. You can get support in different ways, and for me, it's I have had like a lot of support. I have a lot of friends, but also I have music and I create, and that's like such an important thing to hold on to for me.
Bless your soul. What a lovely wee lady you are, honestly. Flamentans with her song My Enemy. What a beautiful reason to write a track. And it will help a lot of people. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. One love.
My head is my enemy. It's holding me down. It wants me to stay in my bed. It's making my mind spin. It's hard to compete and win when my body feels closer to dead. My head is my enemy.
Tans, everyone. Absolutely wonderful, beautiful track. Honestly, I loved it.
Thank you.
I'd like to hear what the next guest has got to say while I load up his track. Brass Monkey, over in Sunderland, UK. What was your thoughts here on Frida's track, brother?
That was absolutely fantastic. There's an indie artist called Liz Da Vinci who that track reminds me of a little bit. Somewhere, I don't know, like a dance version of somewhere between ABBA and Enya, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I wanted to get up and dance myself.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
Well said, well said. So what's the best way for us to find you, Frida? A website or anything else? Just plug whatever you can here.
Yeah, well, I'm on Instagram as Flammentans Musik, also with a K, not a C. And on Facebook as well, and YouTube. And then I also have a crowdfunding campaign going on Indiegogo at the moment. So I'm hopefully can do a whole album to release later this year.
Well, it's been a pleasure hosting you here, and I'm glad that I think it was your manager reached out. I'm glad she did. Thanks, Frida, and we'll be in touch ASAP. Till the next time, Flammentans. Awesome. Thank you, Frida. So from Sweden to the UK, we've got 5 more acts here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Brass Monkey, then we've got Mark Story, Steve Andrews, Eskimo, and Darman. So we've only got 5 songs left to go, another 30 minutes. Coming up next, I'll move around. Brass Monkey, introduce yourself. Who is Brass Monkey? What's the story behind your song Another Day?
Hi there, I'm Brass Monkey from Tyne and Wear in northeast England. And Another Day is like 2 of my other singles. It's me trying to write grunge and coming out bluesy. So I describe my main, I branch out into other genres for occasional songs, but I describe the genre of the majority of my songs as grunge inspired bluesy rock. The song is, like a couple of my other songs, about turning negative circumstances and negative emotions into something positive, into something you can dance to, into something something that you want to have in the world.
Well, that's a brilliant track. I would say you're a very funky artist. You're pure funk, aren't you? Brass Monkey, with his track Another Day. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy. One love. Thanks for coming back on the show, brother.
Waiting for my time to Where to find another blues ain't gonna play. Baby, did you gonna play? Just another one for the summer. Hands bad in the hands of a lover. Take a little on to discover. There's another way to find another day. Where to find another day. We've been waiting now. Time has come.
Brass Monkey, everybody. Absolutely love this guy. Fantastic artist. Good. Before you get to tell us your website or whatever, Mr. Redbeard is the next artist. Mark Story here. What was your thoughts there on Brass Monkey, brother?
Yeah, that was great. I mean, it's bluesy and it's ballsy. The vocals are just perfect for that song. I think Tommy Kruger would really dig that. It's got a real swamp feel to it. But it's also got a kind of a bit of a doomy vibe as well, like, you know, doomy metal. But the actual blues, it's great. I loved it. Really cool. Really cool. Nice job.
Well said, Mark. Absolutely brilliant track. Brass Monkey, how does anyone find you? What's the best way to find you, dude?
You can either search Brass Monkey Another Day on your favourite streaming platform. You'll have to search the track name as well as my artist name because the searchers don't seem to like me otherwise. Or you can find my YouTube and all of my socials by searching Funk Monkey Metal. Not funky. Everyone seems to search funky monkey metal, but no, it's just funk. All one word, Funk Monkey Metal. And you'll find all my socials and my YouTube. Just like to say, that was all built around that one riff. And then just the song builds from there. That was me trying to learn some black keys and messing around in E minor. And then I stumbled across that riff and it was so meaty, I just had to carry on with it and then build power chords around it. And then it just turned into a whole song.
Hey,
Yeah.
absolutely love it, dude. Loved it. Put in the chat like your at name if you can, so everyone at least here can add you straight away. Brass Monkey, till the next time.
By the way, I'll just mention I'm featured artist on Museboat Radio on Museboat Live channel all this week. It's a great radio station that plays indie artists, so everyone probably will want to send their MP3s over to Museboat Live channel, or also known as Museboat Radio. Just go on to museboat.com. You'll find a place to submit your MP3s or find their email. The great supporters of indie artists, as are Radio TFSC in Germany, KDUB Radio over in California. There's a lot of great radio stations that are playing indie artists out there.
Hey, brother, do you know something? Let's have a chat about this and we'll try and arrange a meeting because we've got hundreds of radio partners and we're trying to bring like one or two of them into each show, like if they want to come and review music, you know. So it's everybody needs to know about these radio stations and you all know a few of them. So how can we bring them all together?
Banks Radio Australia over in Australia as well.
Isaac Banks, he's absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Oh, I love Isaac. I'm friends with Isaac on Facebook. So yeah, dude, let's talk about that in private and actually see if the guys want to be part of you know what we're doing here. Brass Monkey, till the next time, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, dude. So coming up fourth from end today, we go from Sunderland in the UK to London in the UK. Mr. Mark Story. Could you introduce yourself, Mark? And what's the story behind your song, A Spoonful of Fever?
Oh, hi, everyone. Yeah, I've heard of Museboat Radio. They were quite supportive to me a few years back, so I'll definitely contact them again. Okay, my name's Mark Story and I play voodoo blues rock. It's kind of dark bluesy rock. I write my own stuff. I play all the instruments on it. I mix it. I produce it. I then make the video and edit that. A bit of a one-man band, really. I write my original material. But every once in a while, I like to dabble with a cover. And I like to take a cover and kind of turn it on its head a bit. And I was playing Spoonful by Howlin' Wolf. And I thought, that's very similar to the sort of vibe of Fever by Peggy Lee. So I think I'll put the two together. So I did. I produced the track. I was happy with it, and I kept listening to it, thinking something's missing. Something's missing. Even though I'd think I'd finished it, there was something not quite right. So I held on to it for a while. And I thought, what this track needs is slide guitar. Now, I dabbled in slide a little bit back during lockdown, but I haven't really done a lot of slide. So I boned up on a few YouTube videos. And what you see on this video is my attempt at playing slide. I hope you enjoy it.
Hey, you're absolutely wonderful, Mark. Mr. Mark Story with A Spoonful of Fever. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. One love.
Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever. When you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Everybody's got the fever. That is something you all knew. Fever isn't something new. Yeah, fever started long ago. It could be a spoonful of water, save you from the desert sand. But one bullet from my 45 will save you from another man. A man lies about a little, somebody cries about a little, somebody dies about a little. Everything's a fight about a spoonful. That spoon, that spoon, that 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 spoonful.
Mr. Mark's story, everybody. Absolutely fantastic. Well, he's gave some people mentions there. Oh, my name's there. Nice one, Mark. Love you to bits, brother. Mark, red story, just fantastic. Every time this man comes on, he changes the colour of my hat. It goes red just to match his beard. It just happens. Before we get to Steve's section, Steve Andrews, you're next. What was your thoughts on Mark? I know he's our best friends anyway, but it's just the order tonight. What was your thoughts on that track, brother?
Well, Sparky, you've heard me before. I mean, basically, I'm just amazed with everything that like Mark does, because when he does his own songs, it's incredible because he writes the songs, he performs all the instruments, he produces it all, he does the video, he does everything. And then when he takes somebody else's song and covers it, he makes a fantastic job of that as well. But this time he's gone one up above that he's actually taken two songs that he's covering and combining them into one song and done everything else as he always does. He's done all the music, all the instruments, all the video, everything, and put it all together as a package. And what can I say? It's just fantastic, amazing.
Well said, Steve. What a beautiful comment. Mr. Story, how does everyone find you? Jane, it's okay. We know you couldn't stay long. Jane has to go. There's only three more tracks anyway, everyone. So, Jane, I'll make sure you can see them in the show's article tomorrow. Bye, Jane. Cheers, dear. And yeah, Mark, just tell us the best way for everyone to get a hold of you while I load up Mr. Greenbeard's track.
Okay, right, so you can get me on Mark Story Music on YouTube. Look for the Voodoo Doll because there's a couple of Mark Story Musics on there, but you can't miss me. I'm on Facebook, Mark Story Music, Instagram, Mark Story Music, and on TikTok, Mark Story at 562. And at some point, I'll get this album finished and hopefully I'll be on Spotify. And then I'll disappear. Like I've never been here. Love you,
Mark,
love you.
Because Greenbeard's come on next, he's just changed my hat from red to green. So, Mr. Story, till the next time. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sure did.
Thank you.
So, coming up, third from end tonight, Mr. Steve Andrews. Introduce yourself, Steve, and the story behind Time for Ocean's Aid.
Thank you, Sparky. Yeah, my name is Steve Andrews. I'm also known as the Bard of Ely. That's because I used to live in an estate called Ely in Cardiff in Wales. But these days I live in Portugal. And this song that you're about to hear was produced in Portugal. I've taken on a very big job because I'm trying to save the seas, okay? Hence the title, Time for Ocean Aid. And I've got backing from some top people. I mean, I've written a book, so there's my book, Saving Mother Ocean. And Captain Paul Watson, founder of Sea Shepherd, he's endorsed this. So he knows what I'm about and he thinks, you know, this is something that I should be doing, we should be doing, saving the ocean. So here's the song, Time for Ocean Aid. But one more thing, I've told you, produced in Portugal. It's got synthesizer player on there from Crumb, and Crumb used to play for Hawkwind, okay? So you're going to hear some of his synth wizardry on my track. So, okay, Sparky, take it away with Time for Ocean Aid.
Without further ado, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy. One love.
Armageddon, a sixth great extinction underway. But keep the economy growing, there's more jobs, I hear them say. When I look at all the mess we made, I think it's time for ocean aid. Where are the real world leaders? Please tell me where they are. The ones in the media are just talking more blah blah. When I look at all the mess we made, I think it's time for ocean aid. We've got to save the birds, we've got to save the bees, we've got to save the forests, we've got to save the seas. When I look at all the mess we've made, I think it's time for ocean aid. When I look at all the mess we've made, I think it's time for ocean aid. When I look at all the mess we've made, I think it's time for ocean aid.
Just a wonderful, beautiful track, Steve. Same as everything else you do, brother. Before you plug your website and stuff, our next guest, Darren, second last guest tonight. Darren, what was your thoughts on that wonderful track there, brother?
Yeah, just like to say, first of all, that Steve's a warrior, wherever he's got his causes, wherever, and he fights on behalf of everyone and his environment, or whatever, and I admire him for that, or whatever. As for the song, or whatever, I was just thinking, or whatever, like, if Steve would suddenly disappear from his screen, and he'd appear just after Jefferson Airplane, just under White Rabbit, and he started doing this song, it just fit in with the 60s psychedelic movement and everything. I could just see that crowd just eating that up. Or maybe he went to Woodstock instead. Perhaps he does a bit of a trip or whatever, and the message is important. And I think a lot of the 60s tracks did have like love not war type of thing or whatever, like, and I think it's not just the music, the message is very sort of the 60s, where people were just like sick of the fighting and the killing and everything, and they started rebelling against the government or whatever. They just had enough, like. And there was an outpouring of love and peaceful protest or whatever, and it was extremely strong. And the government's going in with their strong arms or whatever, like, but the people, they took it, and eventually, like the things like the Vietnam War and stuff like that was stopped in America. So, yeah, that's a great track, mate.
Well said, Darren. Mr. Andrews, what's the best way for us all to find you before we get to the second last track here?
First of all, I'd just like to say thank you so much, Darmin. And, you basically said, everything there that I'd like to say. And also, like, you mentioned Jefferson Airplane, love Jefferson Airplane. That would have been fantastic if I could have done that. So I love that idea. And the other thing I wanted to say was that Frida typed in about Buffy St. Marie. And I love Buffy St. Marie. And I was just going to basically ask Frida, have you heard Buffy St. Marie do Leonard Cohen's God is Alive, Magic is Afoot? Because that is magic. You have?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fantastic. So thank you for that.
Ah, well said. So, Steve, what's the best way for anyone to find you? SteveAndrews.info is the website.
SteveAndrews.info if you can find that. And then basically, there's links to my other sites, but I'm all over the place. I'm not difficult to find. So thank you, everybody.
Did love you to bits. Until the next time, brother. I'll see you on Thursday for Thursday's show. Steve Andrews. Till the next time. Thank you. So from Portugal to Malaysia, Let's go with Darman DeFlair, and then we've got Eskimos, our final guest of the evening. So Darman, introduce yourself and the reason why you wrote the song Supplication SOS Execution. I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
Execution XX. Yeah, say that quick 3 times.
No. So who's Darman DeFlair, and what's the story behind the song? Who's away again?
Come on, cracking up. Right. Yeah. So started music very early, done a bit of classical music. I didn't get too far, I got up to grade 3 or whatever, like I sort of chucked it in for my exams. I started at the age of 24, sort of formed my own band. Done my own like classical stuff and ballads as Darman DeFlair on the side as well. Had a bit of a break, and I'm really sort of punching it in these days at about the rate of one song a week. I basically produce all my own stuff or whatever. All this music was just done on a box about this big, not on the computer, called an MPC Live 2 or whatever, like. The only thing that wasn't from the box was my vocals. And the song is because I was pissed off, if you don't mind me just dropping that bit of a color. I wrote like linear songs for everybody else, and I got tired of it, like, and I just wanted to do something for myself. And I'm dyslexic. So rather that the song is in patterns rather than in true linear fashion or whatever, and I'm thinking of creating like a song breaking down how dyslexics see the world in patterns rather than in a linear fashion or whatever. And it's very, very meta actually, and it takes too long to go it. But I just need to say a couple of things just for the surface or whatever. The sung parts is an affected accent, and I'm trying to imitate the brilliant and personalities of the synthwave area in the 80s, and the more sort of rap or spoken word bits represents the AI, and the sung parts represent this hacker or whatever. So it's almost like a duet between both, and I'm doing both. So take it away, Sam.
Without further ado, let's go for it. Supplication SOS Execution by Darman DeFlair. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. One love.
To the ground, write it down, confused.
Track down, honestly, fantastic.
That just cracks me up every time. I just left it in. It's just so funny.
One of the most supportive guys in the whole wide world, so Darman is. Before you plug yourself, Eskimo, who's our final 13th guest tonight. What was your thoughts there on Darman and the night in general? Eskimo.
Oh yeah, sure, man. You know, the song is awesome. You understand? I like the attitude. You know, the way it sounds like. You know, it appears to a kind of unique song. You know, the way you see the people on the video, like a kind of funny stuff. You know, I really love that, man. Keep it up. Yeah.
Well said.
Thank you very much.
Well said. So, Darman, what's the best way for anyone to get a hold of you? How do we find you? While I load up the 13th and final track of the evening.
Yeah, first of all, just want to say thanks to all the guests and thanks for Sparky for being just a great host or whatever. And thank you for the compliments. And you can find me, Darman DeFleur. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and everybody else. So, yeah, sorry, I'll just repeat that. Darman DeFleur, either as you see it, or Darman DeFleur, one word, or without the apostrophe on Facebook, Instagram. YouTube is where I got over 100 songs in most genres, from classical to metal to 80s synths to goth, country, anything really.
Do you know,
I love all types of music. I love all music, like, so whatever inspires me, the 1 week, that's where I'll go with.
Darman sits with me now in the morning of every show, and we vet the actual artists for today's show, and we actually I don't know, we feel like it's like the X Factor or something. We sit and vet the music all the time. He's one of my right hand men, as is Mark and Steve. They've just not got so much time. Darman's like meetings every day. Mark and Steve, they're the most supportive people as well. So basically just follow these guys back, because they will be following you for being on this show, and anyone else who sees them out there in the world. If you support these guys, they'll support you back. Darman DeFleur, thank you, brother.
Thank you, everybody.
Till the next time.
Thank you, Sparky.
Pleasure. So our final guest of the evening, Eskimo, could you introduce yourself? Tell us where you're from as well, because I don't think it is Zimbabwe. Where are you from?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm a Nigerian, you understand?
Nigeria. I'll change that in 2 seconds. So tell me who Eskimo King is, I believe it is, and your song Unstoppable.
Okay, yeah, you know, my name is Eskimo King, a Nigerian hip-hop artist. You know, I come a long way in the industry, you know, because, you know, I made a different kind of group in a situation where we make an agreement, like they will sponsor, you know, they will sponsor me to do some kind of stuff. At the end of the day, they change everything, you understand? And I have a little plans about my music career. I want to be that next African Park, you know what I'm saying? I want to be that next too. And everything, all the circumstances become somehow difficult for me, you understand? But I have it in my mind. I'm unstoppable. I must do something, you understand? No matter the circumstance, I'll make sure I hit. So that was, you know, how comes about the unstoppable stuff, you know, and, you know, probably, and I was able to do that. And I also have some of my new songs, you know, I have my album with 10 tracks, which I did this year, Eskimo Music. Yeah, Eskimo Music, if you check on the album, Eskimo Music, for whatever, you see my 10 tracks. Though I haven't brought that into YouTube yet, I just put it in the Google. If you Google an Eskimo Music album, for whatever, you got to see my 10 tracks, you know. Yeah.
Hey, you know, I've been talking to you for about 2 years now. We've been on back and forth on the social media. You came on yesterday's show and sat and watched all the guests. And here you are today for your first appearance. Pleasure having you here, brother. Eskimo King with Unstoppable. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Final track of the evening. One love. Enjoy.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to make it. Let's proceed. It's time to make it. Yeah. I show my body so, but show your body show. The boy show the horn, the van brought the horn. Daddy is a one state unstoppable capacity. I'm drawn on the cost of my life unstoppable. I climb every mountain on my way unstoppable. I the sunrise to the sunset unstoppable. The blue warrior kill them over flowing wings of my aim. Ship from the sky level unstoppable, unstoppable. Unstoppable, you can stop me, never stoppable. You will never stop me, stoppable. You can stop me, never ever stoppable. You will never stop me, bending wheel, pushing never on. When life is a mess, and all your love, man, is going through the pain and sorrow of the up and the plans till you fight with the whole strength of those 2 words. Yes, I can you did endeavor, unsurpassed desire, the greatest power in all the world, the human soul and power. See, yet unstoppable, the eternal cycle of the nature, drawn down, unstoppable, unrelenting. You can stop me, never stoppable. You will never stop me, stoppable. You can stop me, never ever stoppable. You will never stop me. You can try me, you can stop me. You can try me, you can never stop me. You can try me, you can stop me. You can try me, you can never stop me. Unstoppable, unstoppable, unstoppable. Unstoppable, 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 unstoppable. I'm bending wheel, pushing never on. When life is a mess, and all the love, none is gone through the pain and sorrow of the up and the plans till you fight with the whole strength of those 2 words. Yes, I can, yes, I can. On you did endeavor, unsurpassed desire with the greatest power. That is what I told. I show my body up, you show your body show. The bush or the horn, they can't blow the horn. You can stop me, never stoppable. You will never stop me, stoppable. You can stop me, never ever stoppable. You will never stop me.
You're unstoppable, Eximo King. Go on, love, brother. So there's no one after you, but I'd like another hip hop artist to come in and say his part. Have you got any advice or tips, or what's your thoughts, Randy Vision, on Eskimo King, brother?
Yeah, bro. Shout out to Nigeria, man. You came in with the heat. That beat was crazy. You know what I'm saying? The way you wrote that was fire, bro. It was fire. Definitely want to hear more music from you, man. For sure, for sure. Definitely want to hear more. Shit was fire, bro.
Take him under your wing,
sir.
Randy Vision. Reach out to him, very
Yeah,
supportive
definitely.
guy. So
Definitely, man.
Eskimo, what's the best way for us all to find you, bro? What's your website or social media or anything?
You can check me. You can check me check me on TikTok. You know, this is the name Eskimo King.
It's very quiet now, bro. We can't hear you.
Okay. I mean, you can check me Eskimo King on Facebook. Eskimo King as an XKIMO. You can also check me on Twitter with the same name, Eskimo King. You can also check me on Instagram with the same name, Eskimo King, as in XKIMO, then King, you know. And then you can also check me on Google on Eskimo Music album, new album, or whatever. I also have my new track that is on.
Nice one, brother. Nice one. So that broke up a little bit there, but we heard you. Eskimo King. Thank you, dude. So been a wonderful show. It's been 13 guests. I'm going to make sure it all saves here now. So I'm just going